That's it off and racing the opening Tattersalls Cheltenham November National Hunt Sale 4-year-old maiden as they head away on their way towards their first of 16 and all to be jumping. The last is of course the first. They jump 4 times in all. Leo Sun prominent early on in company with Leo Brave Fee. They're being followed by Legended Touche as they climb out over the first. Back in third behind these our fourth rather races Academy Squad, with next up towards the outside the Captain's Word. Valterius James is down his inside and they're being followed next in the field as they make the bend by the Black Jacket of Lula Scriba. Behind that one races Drumconnor Hill, and just towards the outside is Locktown. They're being followed next up in the field by the King of Westeros, and last of all early on is Tourmaline. Making their way on towards number 2. First of 2 fences down on the back straight, and as they do so, over in front with the advantage it was Leo Sun who touched down with the lead, being followed over in second spot by Legended Tuesday White Jacket towards the outside. Just behind these then is Leo Brave Fee the Grey. Right down the inner they're being tracked by Academy Squad and Valterius James. Drumconnor Hill wasn't too tidy out over at mid-division, but up front with the advantage it's Leo Sun under Rob James who has the call by about a length to Leo Brave Fee towards the outside. They're being followed by Legended Touche with Academy Squad, Valterius James and Lula Scriba. Drumconnor Hill is next, and they're being followed next up in the field by the Captain's Word from further back and behind them to Locktown. A few lengths of break then to find Tourmaline who's last but one, and last of all is the pink cap of the King of Westeros. Making their way now around the bend that's going to take them back into the home straight where fence number 4 and 5 awaits them, and out front with the advantage it is still this Leo Sun with Legended Touche around the outside for company. Leo Brave Fee is next, and they're being followed next in the field as they make their way out over number 4 by the Captain's Word with Valterius James, and further back and behind them then to find Academy Squad as they race up the straight. Lula Scriba is next, and just in behind them then comes Drumconnor Hill with Locktown the King of Westeros, and last of all is Tourmaline. Fence that were last after a couple of more circuits, and over in front with the advantage it is Leo Sun with Legended Touche for company. Leo Brave Fees in third, and they're being followed next up in the field by Valterius James as poking his nose in the centre. Towards that one's outside is the Captain's Word, and they're being followed next up by Academy Squad is down the inside in the red jacket. Locktown, another red jacket, is out a little wider just in behind these, and further back and behind them then to find the next one racing, which is Lula Scriba. Drumconnor Hill goes between that pair as they race out over number 7, which all have cleared safely, and continue the run down along the back straight. That's going to take them on towards the next one they'll be jumping, which will be fence number 8, and as they do so, over in front with the advantage, and mistake there from Locktown in mid-division, as they continue now to make their way on to go through the gap, and up front it is Leo Sun from Legended Touche. Back and behind these then races Leo Brave Fee, and they're being followed by Academy Squad with the Captain's Word towards that one's outside. Next up and behind these then is Valterius James with Lula Scriba. Locktown makes a bit of ground around the outside in company with Drumconnor Hill, and then the King of Westeros, and last of all continues to be Tourmaline. Making their way now around the bend that's going to take them back into the home straight on their way towards fences 11 and 12, or 10 and 11, and as they continue to make the run it is Leo Sun who might just have the fractional advantage. Legended Touche towards his outside, further back and behind these then to find Leo Brave Fee, who in turn has been tracked out over by the Captain's Word with Academy Squad just in behind these, and further back then to find the next one racing, which is Lula Scriba. Locktown is towards the outside in company with Valterius James. Drumconnor Hill has just 2 behind. They are the King of Westeros, and last of all is Tourmaline. Out over the fence that is 6th from the finish, last in the circuit's time, as they continue to make their way up to past the post with a circuit ahead of them and 5 more fences and all to be jumped, and it's Leo Sun who's always been towards the 4 in company with Legended Touche. They in turn have been followed next in the field by Leo Brave Fee, who's been tracked towards the outside by the captain's word. Next up and behind these is Valterius James, has a Cosmic Squad for company down the inside. Lula Scriba comes next. Jim Connor Hill in the maroon jackets towards his outside. Further back and behind these, and Academy Squad was in about fifth, one crashing out at the fifth last fence as they make their way on now towards the fourth last fence. And as they do so, it is Leo Son who has the advantage with Legend of Tusha. Leo Brave Fee is in third, and they're being followed next in the field by the captain's word, and then in behind these then races the pink cap of Valterius James. They're opening up in front of Lula Scriba and then John Cromer Hill, racing on towards the third last fence, and it's close to call up front. Leo Son might just touch them with the advantage. Legend of Touche now has come through to take over the lead with towards his outside the captain's word. They're then being followed back in third as they round the bend by Leo Brave Fee, and then next up in the field comes Valterius James. Leo Son's run is rapidly weakening. He's dropped back into about fifth or sixth as they begin now to make their way into the bend that's going to straighten on up towards their final two fences. And with the advantage as they swing in, it's Legend of Touche from towards the outside races the captain's word as they head now towards the second last fence. Back in third behind these then is Valterius James. Pulling up before the second last there was Leo Brave Fee, but as they make their way now on through the gap and race on towards their final fence, as the captain's word who has the advantage from Valterius James in the centre. Down the near side then is Legend of Touche as they race on towards the 16th and final one. It's Valterius James who's got the advantage to the last by a couple of lengths, is safely out over it from Legend of Tuesday back in second, but on the run up towards the line it's going to be Valterius James who's going to run a wide margin winner for Rob Tector and Finney Maguire. Tight second and third between the King of Restros, who came through in company with Legend of Touche. They're being followed in by the captain's word, and then came Tourmaline, and that's all that finished as everything else called it a day before jumping the second last.